Theresa Bruno, welcome to Inside South Florida.
Oh, thank you, Cameron. I'm so excited to be here. We've had this in the works for a while.
I know. It's about time that we finally got you on the show, but it's perfect timing. But let's go into your story a little bit. I mean, you're a bespoke jewelry designer, hosted the Soul Talks podcast, and now an author as well. He's not coming back.
Yeah.
What is this story and why did you write it?
Okay, that's the story of my husband. Sad story. 5 years ago, last weekend, he took his life. He was my best friend. He was the most divine father, an extraordinary husband. And it took me a while, as it often does when we're in grief or betrayal or loss, to figure out what's next. You know, how do I make sense of this tragedy? And the first thing I did was to start the Soul Talks podcast, because I wanted to tell my story, but more than that, I wanted to open up a space for anybody who's in a survival mode, and I believe we are all in a survival mode. And then out of the podcast, I began to see such healing happening as people would give their stories forward, and I'd get a chance to kind of help them tell it. It healed them, it healed me. Mm-hmm. And so I didn't want it to be so much about the story of his death. I wanted to tell at that point, 4 years of survival tools. They're hard fought for me. They're not something I got from a book or joining a grief group. And so the book, every single chapter has a survival tool in it.
One thing that you touch on that I love is defiant gratitude. What is defiant gratitude, and why is it so purposeful and needed for a season of sorrow?
People don't mean to do this, but they sort of say, oh, well, you just got to get up in the morning and be grateful. And, we have sort of this Instagram view of gratitude, the cup of coffee, the sun shining, and do 3 things and it'll change your life. And
that's not true?
It's not true, especially when you're in deep grief. And maybe just always, it's not true. But, it just made me mad. Yeah. When I lost James and I was just, I just couldn't even put my world back together. I was like, this whole gratitude thing just really annoys me. And yet, God was at work, because the thing that helped me get out of the bed in the morning was just opening the drapes and being grateful for the view outside.
Amen.
I'm just going to be grateful, and I'm going to be grateful because I won't let the grief kill me. So it became like a defiant practice. I will find something to be grateful for, doggone it.
Beautiful.
That's and people might say she's a little crazy, and maybe so, but it takes some crazy to get out of grief.
Well, hey, and it gives you a goal to accomplish as well. I'm going to find one thing to be grateful about. I'm going to succeed in that. Yeah. I'm going to move forward.
And I'm mad about it, but I'm doing it anyway.
There you go. Well, Theresa, you're such an inspiration. You've done so many incredible things. I mean, your resume goes on and on, from designing and dressing countless celebrities, trained pianist growing up, accomplished entrepreneur, writing a book, hosting a podcast, and even more. What are you most proud of?
I feel like this podcast, this book, this journey I'm on to make sense of my pain, and hopefully to give others an entree to the invitation to say, okay, survival has hope in it. Survival is your chance to rewrite your story. Truly, Cameron, I feel like this is the most purposeful thing I've done, and it's the most courageous thing I've done. And I guess I would say that's the thing I'm most proud of outside of my children.
I love it. I think you're impacting yourself just as much as other people as you go on this journey.
100%, and I'm grateful.
Amen.
Defiantly grateful.
Well, where can we go for more information on the books, the podcast, and more?
Yeah, absolutely. So the Soul Talks podcast, you can find on Apple, you can find on Spotify, and you can watch it. I film it as a show. You can watch it on YouTube. I have a website, Soul Talks with Theresa, and the book, He's Not Coming Back, is for sale on Amazon.
Thank you for all your great work that you do. Thanks for sharing your story with us and the world at that. And thanks for coming on to ISF.
I'm delighted to be here, and thank you for your work. Much appreciated.